Real Deal podcast back at it. Stronger and bigger. We'll get the best athletes, best coaches. Everybody's coming on. This is what you're looking at right now. Represents, as I was a kid, loved the Lobos. My pops got me into Lobos, of course, and into sports in general, just like anybody. Why is this so important, though, right now? For one, I'm gonna talk with Luke Wysong, who is gonna be a Lobo, and he's a stud from Cleveland High School. Who isn't a stud from Cleveland High School? And then I got more. I got volleyball for you. I got Breanna Rivas, Breezy, who just brings it hard. One of the best liberos in the state. So we got a couple great interviews. But the first message I want to send is I'm wearing this. I'm representing hard right now because shout out first off, Dana Gonzalez and the staff that UNM have put together and the culture that they're creating for the Lobos is so awesome, right? Everyone's starting to get excited again. But what I love and what most New Mexicans love is the amount of New Mexico kids that are actually playing and not playing, contributing. And that is so huge. And so I want to give a monster shout out to everyone who's already been playing. I mean, how about this? You look at Isaiah Chavez, what he does. Like, how sweet is that, right? Isaiah Chavez, fifth-string quarterback, freshman, was not highly recruited. He's the Gatorade Player of the Year. Everyone who knows, like I know, who covered him all season his junior year. He was hurt most of junior year, came in halfway, led his team into the playoffs. You could see it. And then his senior year, unbelievable. Had a huge upset win against Volcano Vista, takes his team to the state championship game. And this is what's cool about sports. Isaiah Chavez and Rio Rancho are hosting the state championship game against Cleveland High School, their rival, okay? One of the best games I've been able to call. I'm sitting there with Bruce Carver, Chris Williams. Great game for the NFHS network, okay? The game comes down to a goal line stand. On 3rd and goal, Isaiah Chavez dives over the line, does a full flip, ball never crosses the line. It's like this, never crosses the line. End up going for it on 4th down. Cleveland stop them, bang, game's over. And there's this picture that I had. Isaiah Chavez on the field, and he's just holding himself hard. And he's holding his helmet on the ground, and you know he's emotional. And it's just a tough moment because you know how hard he worked, but came that close to the state championship. Well, check this out. This is what sports is about. A year later, 1 year later, literally a week after a year, so a year and a week later on a Saturday, all of a sudden, Isaiah Chavez, who was not highly recruited, finds himself in a position underneath center for a D1 football team, his hometown team, the New Mexico Lobos, who have not won a game in 2 years. And Isaiah Chavez brings himself together, throws a game-winning touchdown pass. Lobos break a terrible streak, and a year later, he's got D1 glory, and everything that he's worked for is put together. Never quit, never waver, keep the emotion, keep it high, stay strong, and he's a perfect example of what New Mexico is. Tough and great athletes, and it's being proven every day. So go Lobos, go Isaiah Chavez, go all these Lobo players that are here from New Mexico, just killing it every single week. New Mexico is what I cover, and so it's what I'm rooting for strongly. So got a cool couple guests today that you're going to want to listen to. Luke Wysong, Breanna Rivas, stud athletes, stars that you're going to want to talk to. And they're going to be having big signing as signing day continues to roll on. So enjoy yourself. I've got Luke Wysong here with me right now. I'm chilling in my house. I got the Christmas tree. Check it out. I got the dual screens. I'm set up. You look like you got a nice palace that you're in right now. Luke, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Just been chilling, working out. What about you?
Okay, working out is ridiculous. You haven't just been working out. You've been like murdering it. I get frustrated with myself because every time I'm on Twitter, it's like I was telling this to Gabe Ortega too. He's either getting a new offer for college or Luke Wysong's working out. Like that's all I see, man. Tell me about that. Tell you for real though. You've been on the grind and you've been posting these videos and we've been watching it, and it's been cool to see like your transformation, how fast you are, how athletic you're getting. Talk about the working out that you've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it comes from my uncle. Yeah, no, he just taught me like a bunch of things about working out and like we do speed drills at this dam in town, and we do just stuff all around town. And I don't know, I just like love to work out, and like I don't know, it's
Every
just
time
one
I
of
see that
my
dam that
passions.
you guys are running up, I want to throw up. Like I'm not even kidding. I want to puke every time I see it.
I
But I
do.
know it's working. Um, and so, and talk about the guys you're working out with too, because like I've interviewed some, obviously, and there's so much talent from, and I'll start with football because I know you're a dual sport athlete, but like there's so much talent, like with obviously
Mhm.
Trey Watson and going to Fresno State and projected to sign there, and then of course Gabe Ortega and Jeff Davison, and even last year with Dorian Lewis. There's just so many good players and athletes to kind of work out with.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I've just been working out with some of my friends, Dakota, Trey Ortega, Tyler, and then I work out with my brother a lot too. So yeah, no, I just work out with anyone who I can really.
Um, so you're starting to get seen and you're starting to get noticed, and then Coach Gonzalez steps in at UNM, and then
Mhm.
bang, man, like family is family. Cherry Silver wants you. What's that like?
I mean, honestly, it kind of happened fast. So like, I went from like not being on the radar to like bam. So like, it was pretty cool, and like I like enjoyed it a lot, and like, and both my uncles, my dad, and my mom all played there, so that's sick. And I'm gonna walk on the track team too, so that's pretty sick. And I don't know, I'm just excited about what they got going. They got their first win last week, so it's pretty sick.
You're just gonna lead me right into what I want to ask you is how cool is that? Especially you got to see, I mean, what Chavez did in stepping in, right? He's this red shirt. He was not really recruited very, very well. I'm talking about Isaiah Chavez, who stepped in, fifth string quarterback, and really helps UNM get their first win. And this is a guy that you played twice last year, beat him twice last year, had a goal line stand against him. You know how good he is, Isaiah Chavez, but you also know that you're at that level. To watch him do that in the D1 ranks where you're about to go to school, that's got to like pump you up, right? Like,
Yeah,
I'm going to be a part of that. I can make some noise my freshman year. Am I right?
yeah. Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. Like, I just remember that night, like, I was just watching the game, and then like I watched the highlights, and then like I seen him get in, and that was just sick. I just got all pumped up because walk on all that. He's sick. It was fun playing against him, and now we all get to play together, so that would be sick. I was really hyped.
I'm going to go back to that championship game. You have one of like the better passes from Davison for a touchdown I can
Yeah.
remember. Like it was a great throw. Davison was kind of rolling out, and you had gotten behind the defense, and obviously it was such a big moment, that touchdown that you were able to grab and kind of take control of the game. What was that like?
Honestly, that play wasn't even supposed to go to me. I'm not really sure who it was supposed to go to, but that definitely wasn't supposed to go to me. I don't know. I just kept running, and Jeff just hucked me the ball, and all I remember was just the ball moving a bunch in the air, and it was sick. I mean, it was a great play in the game, and I don't know, super fortunate that it happened. And yeah, I don't know. I missed that game. That game was really fun.
I bet it was because you're on the winning end of it. I guess I asked all your teammates this too. Was it, I mean, as far as it, not only did you win the state championship, but you did it on your rivals like home field. That had to have been something extra, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, it was pretty sick, especially after we got beat our previous year. So it was fun. I really enjoyed the game, and I definitely would want to play it again if we got the chance.
All right. So obviously we don't know, like sports. We're praying, we're crossing our fingers, we're hoping. I know you are, I know a lot of people are. Hopefully we can get it done. What's it been like? Has it been weird? Like fall, no football, you're just training, obviously you're getting ready, but what's that been like as a student athlete for you? Has it been hard?
Um, I mean, it hasn't really been hard. I mean, like I just like do what I do, and like I just like love working out. So I kept doing that, and I'm just hoping that we do get to play, and that'll be sick if we do, because I know all of me and my teammates, and I'm pretty sure a bunch of other kids across the state have just been working really hard, and we all just want that opportunity. So that'd be sick.
Let's pretend that you play football this year and you get to in Cleveland, I mean, you guys, there's not going to be a doubt in anybody's mind you'll be favored. There are other good teams, obviously, that I think, Clovis have a lot of talent. We know Rio Rancho, your rivals have a lot of talent, and some other schools, Cruces and whatnot. But what do you think the pressure would be, or would there be any pressure because you had already won a state title? How do you perceive that?
Yeah, like I'm gonna know like coming into our season, like yeah, we're gonna have a big target on our back because we did win state last year. But I mean, I don't know. I like playing under pressure because I feel like that's when like it brings out the best in me and stuff. So I would honestly prefer that target. So I like it.
Luke, you got signing day here in a few days, baby. It's got to be great. Is your family pumped up? Everyone pumped up?
Yeah, definitely like my uncle is getting all this stuff ready. So it'll be sick. I'm really excited. It'll be a sick day.
We're excited for you. I appreciate you giving me some time. Much love, man, and we look forward to seeing what you can do this next year. All right.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Take care. Luke Wysong from Cleveland High School. Take care, brother. We've got, some say, the best libero in the state with us right now, Breanna Rivas, a.k.a. Breezy, hanging out from Atrisco Heritage. We're going to talk about big-time college signing that you're going to have here in just a second. The first thing I got to jump into right now, the very, very first thing is, like, your whole family is dedicated to sports, right? I mean, it's your brother with Dom Rivas, your pops, your cousin Maya Rivas, who wins a state championship on the same day in hoops with your brother in the pit. Like, it's just everyone's playing hoops. I think your dad won a state championship, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's big time. And this was with the Bulldogs like a while ago.
Yeah.
And so everyone's hoops, everyone's basketball. But Breezy, it's volleyball for her. What is that?
Yeah. So basically, I started playing volleyball when I was like 7 or 8, somewhere around that age. I started pretty young, so it's been, super fun. I love the game I play. I love that I get to, try different things because my family is such a big basketball family. I think it kind of makes me stand out because, it's hard to live up to like my brother who won 2 state championships, my cousin who also won a state championship, and my dad who won a state championship. So, but, do what I can.
No, that's a great thing, though. Oh, by the way, just for keepsake, your brother, I think you hit like 6 3-pointers in their first state championship, right? Like, he just went crazy.
Yeah.
So congratulations to him. But this is about you. And this is about you at Trisco Heritage, you've been starting at libero since you were a freshman, right? So like coming in that young and being able to be that good so fast, and be a part of a Trisco Heritage team, I believe that went to the playoffs, one of the second time I think ever in history. That must have been awesome for you to be a part of. Talk about coming in as a freshman, and being able to be in that kind of position right away.
Yeah. So as a freshman, I think I was kind of nervous and like I kind of degraded myself in a sense because I was like, oh well, I'm just a freshman on this team with a bunch of girls who are probably looking at me like, what is this freshman doing on this team? We've never even heard of her. And so I think as soon as I, kind of got into the groove and stuff and learned, like what our team was about and what I could bring to the table for the team, I think using that, I was able to become more comfortable with our team and, just try to do whatever I can to make us successful.
And so, I mean, it's wild because you go from that. And I think you're playing club like ARVC, right?
Yeah.
And so, you obviously, everyone who's very competitive like you are go back and forth from club and high school. And now you're a senior. And so, I mean, hopefully you're going to be able to play, which is a whole nother story between club and high school. But I mean, what's the difference between you now as that freshman that maybe was a little bit shy, maybe didn't believe in herself as much as she needed to at the moment? What's the difference now where everyone's saying, wow, this is one of the best liberos in the state?
Yeah. Honestly, I think, as you grow older, your skill level kind of stays the same. You don't really get better in the sense of a skill level, but the best players have the best mental game. And I think that's what really makes, like these top athletes stand out is because they have a strong mental game. And it's not because, they're focused on themselves, that they need to do better, but it's that they want to do better for their team, so that way their team can be successful. And I think that's just something that I've learned as a libero, because there's only so much you can do as a back row player. You don't get to play front row. So I think that's a big part for me anyways.
Wise saying from Breezy, the mental game is so big. And because you've been so good, and let's give your athleticism and your skill credit, and then the mental game on top of that, you've got a monster signing that I don't think enough people are talking about. And I'm like, I need to talk to Breezy about this, because this is big. So you're going to be signing with
Oral Roberts University.
And how big? That's huge, and people need to know that. And how exciting for you and your family when you got this opportunity. I mean, I guess, what was your reaction?
At first I was honestly shocked, because I wasn't shocked, but like when I first committed, it kind of didn't hit me for a while, just because you've been training for so long and you've been working for so long, and at the point where it finally pays off, you kind of just like relax, because I think the recruitment process, it's so stressful, and for a lot of athletes it's so stressful. And I think when I finally was able to commit, I kind of took a step back and took a breath, and was just super thankful for everything that I've been given, all the opportunities that I've been given. So yeah.
Okay. And I guess what I really want to leave this with is, I don't know how this works. I mean, I think soccer is very similar because of how demanding club is with volleyball, and then high school, and who knows what's going to happen. I mean, do you have any kind of grasp of what's going to happen? Let's pretend all goes well and you can play high school volleyball, and then there's like club, and there's all these tournaments, and it kind of intertwines. Like, do you have any sense of what direction you want to go with that? Are you kind of just like, whatever happens, happens? Like, how do you look at it? Because I'm curious about how student athletes are going to be able to juggle this juggernaut of high club sports.
Right. Yeah. For me, I'm kind of just taking it step by step. I mean, if it comes down to it, if I have to choose between high school and club, I'll probably choose club, just because, the competition that we get to experience and play against outside of New Mexico is totally different from the competition in New Mexico.
For
And
sure.
I think, yeah. And so I think because we get to play against such bigger girls who compete at our level, I think that's such a great learning experience. It prepares you for the games and whatever you're going to experience, because I mean, at the end of the day, you don't know what you're going to expect, in a game, anything can happen. And so I think you just need to try new things, play against new people, because you need to better yourself as a player.
All right, Breezy, you've been great. We're going to wish you the best. The one thing I do want you to say to your brother, to your pops, to your cousin Maya, they all have state championships, but you could flex your muscle and be like, but I'm going to Oral Roberts.
Yeah,
so congratulations.
Me and my brother go back and forth. He's always like, well, I have 2 state rings. And I'm like, well, I'm going to 1. So
yes, I love it. Great family. Congratulations to you. And we're wishing you the best. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, Breezy.